Over the past few days, I've built a custom Aether Biome live on stream. Today we're going to be talking about the natural version and showing the custom one that I made. Greetings friends, Khaios here. I wanted to start off quickly by thanking you all for the surge in subscribers recently. My goal of hitting 300,000 subscribers by the end of the year has already been crushed by gaining over 20,000 subscribers in just a week. Thank you all so much for helping the channel hit that milestone. I suppose that means our next milestone is 400k. And at the rate that we're currently growing, gaining around 1,500 subscribers a day, that might also be possible by the new year. So why not? Let's go for it. In celebration of 300k, I will be having a special live stream on Sunday the 16th at 3 p.m. Pacific, which is GMT -7. I don't want to spoil what I have planned, but I do hope to see you all there. I will also be turning that stream into a celebratory video afterwards. I just wanted to acknowledge the milestone today first. So by now, you've likely heard of the Aether Biome and the new liquid. If you haven't, and you're trying to avoid spoilers, then I recommend checking back later. No? Still here? Okay, so the Aether Biome is honestly pretty bland. It's flat, filled with nothing but stone, and the only things of interest within it are the pond of Shimmer and the starry background effect. It's also not all that interesting in terms of overall shape and design. It has two flat tunnels on either side, leading to a large centralized cave with a big pool of the purple-pink fluid in the middle. Some stone trees dot the sides of the pond, and there may be some stone debris in there as well, but there are no natural elements to the Aether Biome itself. No custom rubble, no custom plants. So while I really do like the biome, and I love what the Shimmer itself does, I find the Aether to be quite lackluster. Because of that, over the past few days during live streams, I've been working on customizing the biome itself. I wanted to keep the stony atmosphere the same, but I would like to add more variety to the landscape rather than just a couple of flat tunnels and an oval cave. I also did want to include some stone and gem trees, but I decided custom built trees would be best. So let's head underground and take a look at what I've come up with. The first thing that you'll notice is that the entrance to the biome isn't really flat anymore, except for the minecart rail that just happens to be running through here. That's unrelated, I didn't build it. So this is pretty much just a standard cave passage. To help the biome stand out more, I dotted the edges of it with some diamond gemspark walls, which will change color slightly to match the biome as we get closer and the Aether background itself forms. And next, you'll see a jumbo Khaios and Shino plushie, because these cute little guys are still available for pre-order. At the time of recording, we've actually already sold 31 of them, and I thank you all very much for that. We have 3 weeks in total to hit our goal of 400 sales, and once that time is done, they're gone for good. If you're looking to pick up a jumbo Khaios and Shino plush, you'll find the links to that in the description and pinned comment. So going past that cuddly guy, we start to enter the actual Aether Biome itself as the lights get darker with a purplish hue and the background stars appear. I also want to note that we are in the center of the map, and I'm not just using an Aether monolith. That means that you can, in fact, artificially create an Aether Biome. It just takes a lot of Shimmer before that will happen. The next thing that you might have noticed is this little Ethereum tree that I built. I find it kind of sad that the biome itself just has normal gem trees instead of unique Ethereum trees, so I decided to add a few myself. To keep with the stone look, I opted to use gray painted living mahogany, and the leaves are made out of Ethereum block, as that block is nice and rounded, and I feel that it works perfectly for a tree in this biome. This is the smallest of the trees, and I really didn't have a whole lot of space to work with here, so it's not very apparent yet, but when you see the full cave, you'll notice that I've gone for a sort of bonsai shape for the trees, that I feel fits the Aether overall. I've also used the rubble maker with snowy rubble and violet paint to add more custom details to the biome, as I felt it comes off as possibly pockets of Ethereum, which feels more fitting than just stone rubble. And speaking of stone, I have lined the roof of the cavern with sandstone painted gray. To blend the sandstone and the stone together, I use gray painted sand in between, as that works as the sort of blending glue between the two blocks. The reason I like using sandstone in caves like this is because you can make better looking stalactites, since we can't place those with the rubble maker just yet. Also, if you're not new to the channel, you'll probably know that gray painted sandstone is like my favorite block. The background walls of the cave are a blend of craggy, mottled, and worn stone wall, with splashes of ivy wall and amethyst wall painted violet to add some extra accents to the cave. All of these design elements will carry out through the entire cave, so just wanted to take a look at them at a closer, smaller view in greater detail before we move into the full cave and see it all as one cohesive unit. So now, let's take a look at the full thing. As you could see, I carried all of those elements throughout the entire custom Aether biome, including the 3 larger bonsai Ethereum trees. I have also placed some magic water droppers at the tips of the stalactites to drip down a liquid that might look like Shimmer. There isn't actually a Shimmer dropper yet, so I'm using a hallowed fountain that's hidden within the background somewhere to turn water purplish pink, though I do hope that they add Shimmer droppers as well as Shimmerfall blocks and walls in a future update, because honestly I would have loved to build a Shimmerfall in the background of this cave. Since I couldn't do that, I opted instead to have several small ponds of Shimmer at varying different heights with cascading waterfall streams all leading down to a central larger pond at the bottom of the cave. Though in the end, I did have to create 2 small pockets with additional ponds outside of the main cave, just to have enough Shimmer in the area to cause the Aether biome effect to take place. Speaking of the Shimmer, I gave it some more ambient detail by placing echo-coated fog machines inside of the liquid, allowing them to create a cloud of fog, which I feel really adds to the magical energies of the area. I also wanted to add more in the way of life to the cave. While failings do that to an extent, they're kind of sparse and they're not around for very long. I wanted to do something busier, so I decided to echo coat some poo blocks and hide them in small pockets around the Shimmer itself, so that way we could have flies buzzing around the liquid. I'm not sure whether I'd still consider them flies in this context, and in fact I would love if they actually glowed like everything else in the biome does, but even just as the black specks that they currently are, I feel that it adds a lot of life and detail in such a small way. And that's the entirety of my custom Aether biome. Leave a comment letting me know what you think of the build. I'm rather happy with it all in all. And if you'd like to see the building process in full detail, you can find the unlisted stream VODs on my YouTube page under my VODs playlist. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you didn't enjoy it, then I appreciate you sticking through this long regardless. Remember that we still have plushies on sale for the next 3 weeks, linked in the description below. A huge thank you to my biggest supporters for the month: Matt Dragon, Nate Wiley, Hypic3, and Duke Samron. And be sure to check out my channel artist, MythicalWater, linked in the description below. Thank you all very much for watching. Be back soon with a new video. Until then, happy building.